The best and worst proteins for cancer survivors. What to avoid and what to eat to stay strong and inflammation-free when it comes to battling cancer, and especially staying cancer-free after treatment. The kind of protein you eat matters more than you might think. Protein plays a critical role in your body's recovery process. It helps rebuild lost muscle mass, supports your immune system, and gives your body the strength it needs to heal and stay resilient. But here's the kicker. Not all proteins are created equal. Some proteins actually help your body fight off cancer by lowering inflammation and strengthening your defenses. Others, unfortunately, do just the opposite. They can trigger chronic inflammation, which is a serious concern for cancer survivors because cancer cells thrive in inflamed environments. That's why today, I'm breaking down the 3 worst types of protein for anyone who's been through cancer. And even more importantly, the 8 best types of protein that support your recovery and reduce inflammation. Let's start with something that may not surprise you. About 80% of cancer survivors lose muscle mass during treatment. That's a huge number, and honestly, it makes sense. It's tough to maintain muscle when you're going through chemotherapy or radiation, especially if you're not getting enough protein or are too exhausted to exercise. But here's why that's a big problem. Muscle isn't just about strength or appearance. It supports your bones, boosts your energy, and takes pressure off your heart. The more muscle you have, the easier it is for your heart and lungs to do their job. When your muscles are weak, even simple tasks like carrying groceries or walking upstairs can leave you completely drained. And it's not just cancer treatment that causes muscle loss. As we age, everyone naturally starts losing muscle mass, and this is especially true for women. After menopause, the drop in estrogen makes it even harder to retain muscle. That means getting enough protein becomes absolutely essential, especially after age 50. Despite this, more than 60% of cancer survivors still don't get enough protein every day. So let's make sure you're not one of them, starting with the 3 types of protein you should avoid. 3 proteins to avoid. After cancer 1, soy protein. Isolates, these show up in all kinds of processed products. Protein powders, protein bars, and even some so-called nutritional shakes that your doctor may have recommended. Now let's be clear. Whole soy foods like tofu, edamame, miso, and tempeh are great. But soy protein isolates are ultra-processed, often genetically modified, and extracted using hexane, a chemical solvent that has no place in your smoothie. So if you spot soy protein isolate on a nutrition label, skip it. It's not doing your body or your recovery any favors. Processed meats. This includes deli meats, bacon, sausages, pepperoni, hot dogs, basically any meat that's been preserved with nitrates or nitrites. These meats are on the top of the do not eat list for anyone who's had cancer. They're considered Class 1 carcinogens by the World Health Organization, right up there with tobacco and alcohol. That means there's a direct link between eating these meats and developing cancer. Sadly, they're still legal and widely sold in the US, but that doesn't mean they're safe. If you're trying to keep cancer from coming back, ditch the cold cuts and bacon. Red meat in excess. Now this one's a little different. You don't have to avoid all red meat like beef or pork, but you do want to limit your intake. The current recommendation is no more than 2 to 3 small servings per week, and by small they mean 3 to 4 ounces at a time. That's about the size of your palm, not a 12-ounce sirloin. Why the caution? Red meat has been shown to increase inflammation and elevate levels of IGF-1, insulin-like growth factor 1, which has been linked to increased cancer risk. So if you enjoy a steak once in a while, go ahead, but keep it modest and infrequent. 8 cancer-fighting proteins to add to your diet now for the good news. There are plenty of protein sources that not only help you stay strong but also lower inflammation and help prevent recurrence. Here are the top 8 to focus on. 1. Lentils. Lentils are tiny legumes packed with 18 grams of protein per cup, along with tons of fiber to stabilize blood sugar and support gut health. They're also rich in folate, vitamin B9, which is crucial for DNA repair, a key part of fighting off cancer cells. If you're not crazy about lentils yet, don't worry. I wasn't either until I found a great recipe. I'll share the link below. And if you've got a favorite lentil dish, please drop it in the comments so others can try it. Nuts and seeds not. All nuts and seeds are created equal when it comes to cancer-fighting power. Here are some of the best. Flax seeds. Loaded with lignans and omega-3 fatty acids that reduce inflammation and inhibit cancer cell growth, especially effective for breast and prostate cancers. Add them to salads, sauces, or even smoothies. Chia seeds and pumpkin seeds. Also great sources of plant-based protein and fiber. If you haven't tried chia seed pudding yet, it's a delicious, easy way to get both protein and anti-inflammatory benefits for breakfast. Walnuts. These contain ellagic acid, a powerful antioxidant that protects your cells and reduces cancer risk. Brazil nuts. Just 1 or 2 of these a day gives you a powerful dose of selenium, a mineral that helps your body repair DNA and combat oxidative stress. Add these to your grocery list. They're simple, nutritious, and cancer-fighting powerhouses. Greek yogurt. 1 cup of plain, unsweetened Greek yogurt has about 19 grams of protein and just 150 calories. It's also full of probiotics which support a healthy gut. And since 70% of your immune system lives in your gut, this matters. Avoid flavored yogurts though. They're usually packed with added sugar, which fuels inflammation and cancels out the benefits. Wild-caught salmon. A 4-ounce serving of wild salmon has 28 grams of protein and loads of omega-3 fatty acids which reduce inflammation and support heart and immune health. The Mediterranean diet, which emphasizes salmon and olive oil, is known for reducing cancer risk. Wild-caught salmon has fewer contaminants and more omega-3s than farm-raised, and it's easy to find canned if you're on a budget or need something. Quick 5. Eggs. 1 large egg gives you 6 grams of protein plus choline, a nutrient that helps regulate cell growth and repair. For years, eggs got a bad rap for cholesterol, but modern research shows they have minimal impact on blood cholesterol for most people. In fact, trans fats and refined carbs are much more harmful to heart health than eggs. So go ahead, scramble, boil, or poach. Eggs are affordable, versatile, and nutrient-dense. Bone broth is a must-have for gut health and immunity. It's rich in collagen and glycine, which help heal your gut lining and reduce inflammation. Drink it warm like tea. Use it in soups, or cook grains like rice or quinoa in it. Think of bone broth as your immune system's best friend, especially when recovering from chemo or radiation. Quinoa. This gluten-free grain contains 8 grams of protein and 5 grams of fiber per cooked cup, making it a perfect plant-based protein source. It doesn't spike your blood sugar like white rice or bread and keeps you feeling full and energized. Swap it for white rice or pasta. You'll get more nutrients, better digestion, and less inflammation. Tofu and tempeh. Whole soy tofu has about 20 grams of protein per cup, and tempeh packs even more, 31 grams per cup. These whole soy foods are actually beneficial for hormone-related cancers like breast cancer when eaten in moderation. Contrary to outdated beliefs, moderate soy intake does not disrupt hormones. In fact, it can lower the risk of recurrence. Just avoid soy protein isolates. Those are the harmful ones. Moderate intake means you're not guzzling soy milk all day or taking soy supplements. A serving of tofu or tempeh a few times a week. Totally safe and actually recommended. Final thoughts. If you're a cancer survivor or supporting someone who is, remember this: what you eat matters. Choose protein sources that reduce inflammation, support your immune system, and help rebuild your strength. So stock up on lentils, Greek yogurt, wild salmon, flax seeds, eggs, and bone broth. Limit red meat, avoid processed meats, and say no to soy protein isolates. Your body has been through a lot. Give it the nourishment it needs to heal and thrive.